My goodness, well, you've all still got it, and what an equal match. We'll decide it all, and when I say all, I mean really nothing, in the Missing Vowels round. Fingers on buzzers teams. I can tell you that the first group of disguised clues all received royal pardons. Antiquarians.
Alan Turing.
Correct. Vikings.
Derek Bentley.
Yes, he did. Vikings.
Mary Bryant.
Correct. Antiquarians.
Blackbeard.
He did indeed. Next category, a Disney princess and her prince. Vikings.
Cinderella and Prince Charming.
Yes, it is. Antiquarians.
Jasmine and Aladdin.
Indeed so. Antiquarians.
Ariel and Prince Eric.
Well done. Vikings.
Pocahontas and John Smith.
A metaphorical prince. Next category, previous names of organisations that gained royal patronage. Antiquarians.
British Legion.
Correct. Antiquarians.
Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
Yes, it is. Vikings.
Birkdale Golf Club.
Yes, it is. The gong has ginged for the end of the quiz, and looking at the final scores, the winners with 19 points are the Antiquarians. Vikings, you finished with 18. Wow. It couldn't have been closer, just 1 point in it. Well done, well quizzed. Thank you very much for watching our Royal Special. And now I must invite Will to play us out with a song that has been in my head for honestly over 10 years, though I haven't heard it in that time. I think we have to hear it again, and I can tell you you'll be hearing it in your dreams for at least a decade. Good night.
Dolphins, they're so intelligent. Dolphins, smarter than men. Dolphins, the sea's Carol Vorderman. They solve Sudokus, though they can't use a pen. So why aren't there dolphins on Only Connect? I'm sure they would get all the answers correct. They might need translating from squeaky sea frequencies, but they would know what the last in the sequence is. Why aren't there dolphins on Only Connect?
Time for some missing vowels. I've got some clues for you to unwrap, teams. Fingers on buzzers. The first group of 4 were all visited by ghosts at Christmas. Mother's round.
Bill Murray in Scrooged.
Correct. Mothers.
Albert Finney in Scrooge.
Correct. Godin family.
Jim Carrey in A Christmas Carol.
Correct. Don't know this one. It's Daffy Duck in Bar Hum Duck. Next category are all book titles with the word family removed. Mother's ruined.
The Swiss Robinson.
Correct. Mothers.
My and Other Animals.
Sir Gerald Durrell. Godins.
My Animals and Other.
That's Claire Balding's book. Mothers.
How to Kill Your.
From Bella Mackie. Next category, all on the list in Time magazine of the 100 greatest toys. Godin family.
Rubik's Cube.
Correct. Godins.
Etch-a-Sketch.
Etch-a-Sketch is correct, but that is the end of the quiz. And looking at the final scores, the Godin family have 23 points, Mother's Ruined have 27. Very well played, all of you. Excellent scores. Lovely to see you again. Thank you for coming back. And now for our very special guests, a last brilliant team of 3. They've come along from the Birmingham repertory production of The Snowman at the Peacock Theatre in London, now in its 27th year, to dance us out. Well, it was them or the teams, and we voted them. Merry Christmas. So it will be decided, I say it, there's literally no prize, no progress through the competition, no money, no cup, nothing at all. But let's play round 4. Fingers on buzzers teams. I can tell you that the first group of disguise clues are all bookish phrases. Gillies?
By the book.
Correct. Orwellians?
Cook the books.
Correct. Gillies?
Oldest trick in the book.
Well done. Gillies?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Indeed not. Next category, famous libraries and their locations. Orwellians?
Bodleian and Oxford.
I'm afraid I can't take it. Gillies, do you know?
Bodleian Library and Oxford.
We need the word library. Sorry, Simon. Next clue. Orwellians?
Library of Congress and Washington, D.C.
Yes, it is. Gillies?
National Library of Wales in Aberystwyth.
Yes, it is. Gillies?
Hadrian's Library and Athens.
Correct. Next category, bestsellers of the 2020s. Orwellians?
The Thursday Murder Club.
By Richard Osman. Orwellians?
Girl, Woman, Other.
Bernardine Evaristo. That next one was The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. But the bell has gone for the end of the quiz and looking at the final scores. The Orwellians finish with 20 points. The Gillies have 21.
Oh my God.
What lovely close scores. You see, you still got it in you somewhere, even after all this time. Very well played. Thank you all for coming back. It was lovely to see you. Before we go, earlier this evening, despite explicit instructions, I did publicise my own book. The BBC bigwigs have been in touch to say, for balance, I now have to give equal prominence to every other book. This could be a long night. Time to play the missing vowels round, and it's changed since your day. Now, if you get something wrong, a point is docked from your score. Didn't happen in their day. This could be carnage. I can't wait. Fingers on buzzers teams, I can tell you that the first group of disguised clues are all other programmes on BBC Two. Science writers.
Great British Railway Journeys.
Correct. Writers.
Gardener's World.
Yes, it is. Writers.
Calling from accounts.
Yes, it is. Writers.
QI.
Of course. Next category, events from 1964. Bankers.
The Forth Road Bridge opened.
Yes, it did. Writers.
Harold Wilson becomes Prime Minister.
I'm afraid not. You'd need an S. Bankers, do you know?
Harold Wilson became Prime Minister.
That's it. Unlucky Chrissy. Next clue. Writers.
Russell Crowe was born.
Yes, he was. You'll never get this one. Oh, writers.
The first complaint was received by the
No.
BBC Two.
I'm sorry, the consonants are wrong. Bankers, do you know?
The first complaint was received by BBC Two.
No, you're saying the same thing. You need a Y. The first complaint was received about BBC Two. Next category, a genre of TV programme and what Only Connect would be called if it was in that genre. Writers?
Crime and Only Detect?
Crime and Only Detect. Next clue. Writers? Too long, I'm afraid. Bankers, do you know? No.
No.
It's Dating and Lonely Connect. Next clue. Bankers?
Banking and Only Connect.
No, I don't think banking's a genre. Writers, do you know?
Baking and only.
Too long. Baking and Only Confect. Next clue. Good luck. No, not everyone to tell me courtroom drama and only object. But too late, because the bell has gone for the end of the quiz. And looking at the final scores, the winners with 16 points are the bankers. Science writers, you got 15, just 1 point behind. And well done, all of you. You did fall foul of the new rules whereby you lose a point. I think you'd have both had about 100 if it wasn't for that. But I must say, you're still quizzing very well. I'll see you again in another 20-odd years. Well played. And I've actually just texted the head of BBC Two to ask if they liked this present we've lovingly put together for their 60th. And I've had a reply. It says, we'll judge that when we see the ratings. I knew I should have just got a voucher. Goodbye. Missing vowels time, teams, and I can tell you that the first group of disguise clues are all things found in the record-breaking town of Casey, Illinois. Cinephiles.
World's largest rocking chair.
Yes, it is. Harlequins.
World's largest lift.
Not it, I'm afraid. Cinephiles, do you know?
World's largest golf tee.
It's world's largest golf tee. Next clue. Harlequins.
World's largest windscreen.
No, I'm afraid not. Cinephiles, do you know?
World's largest wooden shoes.
Yes, it is. Next clue. Cinephiles?
World's fifth largest pencil.
Correct.
Excellent.
Next category, a song merged with a legend of American sport. Cinephiles?
A kind of Magic Johnson.
Correct. Harlequins?
I Got You, Babe Ruth.
Correct. Harlequins?
$1 Million Baby.
No, I'm afraid not. Cinephiles, do you know?
$1 Million Billie Jean King.
Yes, it is. Cinephiles?
Eye of the Tiger Woods.
Yes, indeed. Next. No more categories, for that is the end of the quiz. And Harlequins, I must say, I salute your valiance. Just to have a go, is it that? I mean, world's largest. You were unlucky, but jump in and give it a go. I like it. But looking at the scores, the winners with 27 points are the Cinephiles. Very well quizzed, well played. Harlequins, you finished with 20, but there are bonus points in my mind for your razzle-dazzle spirit. Thank you so much for coming back, and thank you for watching the Only Connect Transatlantic special, celebrating the special relationship between Britain and the US with our cousins from across the pond. I am so happy that we're in a special relationship with our cousins. Good night. So you've laid that ghost to rest just as you hoped. Good wall. Good wall, all of you, really. Time for the missing vowels. Fingers on buzzers, teams. I will tell you that the first group of disguised clues are all calculations that equal 1. Bruce?
1 + 1 - 1.
Correct. Irregulars?
1 to the power of 1.
Yes, it is. Bruce.
100 minus 99.
Indeed. Bruce.
1 factorial.
1 factorial. Next group, they've all released a single called Single. Irregulars?
Pet Shop Boys.
Correct. Bruce?
Natasha Bedingfield.
Yes, it is. Irregulars?
Everything But the Girl.
Correct. Irregulars?
New Kids on the Block.
Yes, it is. Next category, idioms +1. Bruce?
Like 3 peas in a pod.
Yes, it is. Bruce?
Put all your eggs in 2 baskets.
Indeed. Bruce?
It takes 3 to tango.
Correct. Irregulars?
3 heads are better than 1.
I can't bear it. I'm giving you the point. 3 heads are better than 2, but it is the last clue in a special, which is all about unity, and 3 heads are better than 1, I would say, is a better closing message than 3 heads are better than 2, so you can have the point. That means at the end of the show, the Irregulars finish with 21 points, the Brews have 26. Very well done. You're all great. Thank you for coming back, and I do hope you stay playing as teams for years to come. Thank you very much for watching our single special. And what have we learned? Well, I think it's that even in this fragmented world, you need never be alone, because somewhere out there, there's always another couple of crazy brain boxes we can team you up with. Good night. OK, teams, it's time for the Missing Vowels round, which is going to be a little bit different tonight. I will be reading out the oddly spaced consonants. I will not be reading out the vowels. Buzz in when you think you know what it is. If you want to go early, good luck to you. I can tell you that the first group of disguised clues are all expressions including the word sound. S, F, N. Jukeboxes?
Safe and sound.
Well done. W, RDF, R, S. Record collectors?
Wired for sound.
Yes, it is. S, N, DSLP. Collectors?
Sound asleep.
Yes, it is. S, N, D, THL, R. Record collectors?
Sound the alarm.
Correct. Next category, a country and a famous person from that country. B, R, Z, L, N, D, P, L. Record collectors?
Was it a pen?
Yes, it is. G, R, M, N, Y, N, D, NGLMRKL. Jukeboxes?
Germany and Angela Merkel.
Yes, it is. S, P, NNDJ, L, G, L, S, S. Record collectors?
Spain and Julio Iglesias.
Yes, it is. G, Y, P, T, N, D, N, F, R, T. Collectors?
Egypt and Nefertiti.
Correct. Next category, increasingly loud sounds. W, H. Jukeboxes?
Whisper.
Yes, it is. B, B, Y, C, R, Y, N. Collectors?
Baby crying.
Yes, it is. S, N, CBM. Jukeboxes?
Sonic Boom.
Correct. And the loudest? P, H, N, R, N, G, N, G, N, T, H, C, N, M. Record collectors?
Phone ringing in the cinema.
Phone ringing in the cinema. Well done. And that loud noise means it's the end of the quiz. And looking at the final scores, the winners with 30 points are the record collectors. Jukeboxers, you've got 21. Very well done, all of you. We played a lot of these questions in a whole new way, and you were all brilliant of your time away. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you too for watching. So that was our audio special. I hope you enjoyed it. Although I hear Macbeth has already posted his review of tonight's show. Let's have a look. A tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Well, to be fair, Macbeth can be a tough crowd. Good night. Missing vowels time now. The words that may still haunt you in your dreams. Fingers on buzzers, teams. The first group of disguised clues all have a shipping forecast area in their name. Strigiforms?
Trafalgar Square.
Correct. Thrifters?
Jeremy Fisher.
Yes, it is. Strigiforms?
Leadbelly.
Not it. Thrifters, do you know?
Old Bailey.
It's Old Bailey. Next clue. Thrifters?
Michael Shannon.
Correct. Next category, an Englishman, an Irishman and a Scotsman. Thrifters?
Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan and Sean Connery.
Well done. Thrifters?
George Michael, Bob Geldof and Midge Ure.
All right. No more ums, but that's right. Thrifters?
Ridley Scott, Mark English and Irving Welsh.
Correct. Strigiforms?
Brian Cox, and Brian Cox.
I'm afraid not. Thrifters, do you know?
Brian Cox, Brian and Brian.
Too long. Brian Cox, Brian Boru, the 11th century king, and Brian Cox. What I liked about that is you were grappling for position. Everyone was getting stuck in. So that is the end of the quiz and looking at the final scores. The winners and new champion of champions with 19 points are the Thrifters. Oh. Very well done. Strigiforms, you finished with 17. Very well played, all of you, all still brilliant. And of course, this being only Connect with its labyrinthine rules is not over. The Champion of Champions will now progress through to the next round of Champion of Champions. The losing champions will no doubt get a chance to play some other champions for a second opportunity to get through to determine the ultimate champion, a process that will take literally forever. Good night.